So now let's talk about actual modifications to make your bike amazingly fast and wheelie everywhere. Number one, cut the air snorkel a little. So the snorkel is, on this bike, it's on the left, take the left panel off where your left knee is. And the snorkel is the kind of curved thing that goes in. That curved funnel is all about creating laminar airflow into the airbox. I chopped that much off it. I did a series of tests on this bike where I took it up and back on dual carriageway and GPS. I had a look at the speed, the kind of average speed, and then I chopped bits off the snorkel just to see what would happen. And I ended up having to glue bits back on but anyway, I found the optimum distance to chop off was on this one. There's ridges on it, and I chopped down to the second ridge. The reason for that is, the reason I thought it was worth a try, and it turned out it was worth a try. The reason I thought it was worth a try is that the air goes into the airbox like this. The airbox is like this. The air goes into the airbox and creates the snorkel creates this beautiful laminar airflow into the airbox, and then it's basically right up against the back of the airbox. So all of that beautiful laminar air suddenly becomes turbulent again, smashes against the back of the airbox, and you're only using the kind of the back half of your air filter. So it's I kind of thought that could be improved. So yeah, I reduced the length of the snorkel in order to hopefully allow some of that air to flow a bit better, and it turns out it worked. So yeah, that's the first thing to change. The second modification is exhaust wrap. There's lots of stuff online about this being snake oil or being very effective. It's a bit like Marmite, isn't it? Yeah, personally I think it looks better. Does it make your bike faster? Probably not, but it does look cool. And yeah, in fact I'd recommend bandaging things generally with fiberglass. I just think it's a good thing to do. I think I've got some spare here. It's this stuff. There you go. Exhaust wrap. It's really cheap, and you can wrap it around your arms, your legs. Amazing. Don't do that. Wear gloves, and God, it's awful stuff. So yeah, be careful with it. But it does look cool. That's the main thing. So that's the second modification, completely irrelevant. Third modification. Wheels, yeah, so rotating mass. On this bike, they're steel spoked wheels. They look cool, but they're quite heavy. Some Mutts come with aluminium wheels for the purpose of making them turn a bit better, and as in turning the bike. Yeah, lighter wheels does make a difference, and lighter low profile tyres and stuff like that does make a difference to tracks, which is why you don't see, on track days, you don't see bikes with knobbly tyres, and there's a reason for that. Yeah, so if you're serious about making a slow bike fast, you could just get a fast bike, but it's so much more fun modifying them. Anyway, that's my opinion. Yeah, so wheels, that was 3. Number 4, oh yeah, so number 4, this is a big one. This is probably the main culprit. I should have said this at the beginning, but this is the main culprit for these things being really slow, and that is the Euro 5 ECU. This particular one is a 2018, so it's Euro 4. 2019, 2020, they swapped to Euro 5, these things Mutts. And all the bikes since then have been really kneecapped by the emissions laws, and they will top out at 55, 60 miles an hour. And it's, even if they're perfectly maintained and perfectly looked after, they're hitting a maximum of 60, if that. And it's because of the ECU. If I was in that situation where I had a Euro 5 bike, what I would do is I would get hold of a Euro 4 ECU. You can't do, like on a BMW or something, or a Ducati, you can't replace the ECU because it'll complain. On a bike that's as simple as this, all the ECU is doing is it's getting information from about 3 sensors, and it's deciding how much fuel to gob out into the engine. That's all the ECU is really doing. So you can just swap it for a previous thing. Probably. I haven't actually done that myself because I haven't needed to, but that is what I would do. That's what I would look into. I'd try and get hold of a Euro 4 or even better, Euro 3 ECU, and just see if that works. The other thing that you can do is just to replace the EFI completely. Just go back to carbs. That's the other thing you can do. And then what you'll have is a Suzuki GN125 engine, which, let me tell you, is definitely capable of 70 miles an hour. And I've used this thing on the motorway quite a lot. So the engine is, and the bike is, even with knobby tyres, even with steel wheels, and like, you know, these rubbish mirrors, even like that, it is capable of 70 very definitely. So yeah, that's something to think about. The fifth modification I mentioned is big bore kit. You can get, I think I spent probably 60 quid on a big bore kit, 65 quid, something like that, and it was, I've done another video about it. If you want to look at improving the bore, honestly I would recommend it. You know, it's quite a hardcore job to do, because you're taking the engine out, you know, taking the engine apart. If you're going to do it, get one with a cam that's designed for that, that larger bore. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video.